Konnichiwa! Today we're going to have a look at this pen, the Pilot Kakuno. Kakuno. For... There's a cat. Do you see the cat? Let's see the cat. There's a cat down there. There's a cat. Anyway. Today we were going to talk about this pen. And this pen was sent to me by a viewer. Thanks kindly. I really appreciate it. This is a pen in the more affordable end of the fountain pen spectrum. The whole packaging is coming apart here. They come in fine and medium. They're made by Pilot. They come in the cute little information booklet on how to fill it. And I think, as you can see, I really think Pilot is aiming for the kids market here. This is a children's fountain pen, I would say. You can see that from the way it was made as well. But it's a cute one, and it definitely has some nice features. So we're going to have a look at those with this pen. I'll cover the parts, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then we'll do a writing sample. Okay, let's start at the very top of the pen. You see these nice little holes, and those holes are put in there so that the cap will not draw a vacuum, and then when you pull it out, ink gets spilled, etc. A little sticker on there with some Japanese warnings. All I can make out here is that it is a medium nib, but apart from that, I cannot read any of this. The barrel, white, shiny, and this is a sort of, well, I don't really know what to make of this color, kind of turquoise, I suppose. It says Kakuno, and as you can see, it actually has a smiley face in the U. Oh, that's so cute. It has a little protrusion there, which I think is supposed to stop it from rolling off your desk. You see the pen is faceted. It has it has 8 sides. Sorry. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot count. I'm sorry. And here you have some holes in the barrel, which mean that, well, that will not draw a vacuum either, I suppose. The cap is pulled off, and then you have a very cool see-through section, also faceted, and you have a nib with smiley on there, laser engraved, and a feed. And I'm pretty sure you can also put a Pilot Plumix or Pluminix or Penmanship or Metropolitan nib in here, because they all seem to be the same nibs. Pen came with a cartridge. You saw maybe that saw it in the packaging. There was a little bit of spare space there, and I put that in. It came with a black cartridge, and I refilled it with another ink. Okay, so there you have it. What else can I say about the pen? Well, it has a faceted section, and the nib and feed can rotate, which is actually quite cool. That's something I like about it. You can really adjust it to your writing angle. One of the issues with the Lamy Safari is that some people don't like the grip so much because it's faceted, and it gives them an issue with aligning the nib correctly onto the paper for their specific handwriting. And with this pen, you can just take a cloth or tissue, squeeze down, and you can just rotate the nib and feed, which is very nice because it really allows you to set it up the way you like it. It's definitely a smaller pen. I mean, this is not very large, not a super thick section either. As I said, I really think this is geared towards children. You can put the cap back on there to post it, then it becomes quite big, but because it's all plastic, it doesn't become super heavy. Something people are going to ask me is, can you eyedropper it? Well, no, because as I said, there are holes in the back of the barrel, so ink would be drained out. You would have to plug the holes somehow with epoxy or something like that. But the pen is not designed for that. Alright, fascinating pen, very light. So there's quite some stuff I would say to like about it. The nib definitely performs. It's a nice Pilot nib. This is a medium. As you may know, Japanese medium means it's pretty much a Western fine, but it writes well. It's smooth, it has good flow, it's quite impressive in that regard. So that's what I like about it. What I don't like about it, well, the section, I can already tell that is not for everyone with those facets. It does look very cool with being, with it being see-through. You can also see the ink level of the cartridge that you're using, which is quite cool. You have a type of ink window. The section is not for everyone because of the way it's shaped, and I think the whole pen, I cannot really, a lot of people taking this into a business meeting or something, but take it for what it is, a relatively inexpensive, nice pen, and I think it definitely does what it's supposed to do. It performs, it writes very well, very consistent ink flow, which is very important. So there you have it. Let's take a couple of measurements. Capped. I have 130.9 millimeters, that is 5.15 inches. Uncapped, I have 127 millimeters, that's 5 inches exactly. Posted, because it's a little small, I'll try to give you an impression of that. Well, it's a little over 6.07. I think you can call it about 6.1 inches, or a good 155 millimeters, something like that. Section diameter, a little difficult with faceted sections, but I think that would be about 10.3 millimeters or 0.40 of an inch to 11 millimeters or 0.43 of an inch. Barrel diameter is 0.45 or 11.6 millimeters. So they have that inked up with the cartridge in it. The weight is 10 grams. Very light pen. Okay, thanks again for sending me this pen. I really appreciate it. I think what we need to do next is see the pen in action. The writing sample is what I'll do now. I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so here we go with this Pilot Kakuno. Kakuno. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, the Pilot Kakuno, and this is a medium nib, and for the love of me I can't recall what ink this is, so sorry. Nib is pretty hard, also smooth, which is nice. It doesn't really yield a lot, but is definitely a very smooth. So it does deliver on that feel, I would say. Okay, fast writing. There you have it. There was a bit of a skip there, but in principle I think the feed keeps up very well with the ink demand. Well, I mean, as I said, being a medium, it's pretty much a Western fine because it's a Japanese medium, but it lays down a nice consistent amount of ink. I've got the feeling this may be Sailor Sky High, the ink, but I'm not absolutely sure. In any case, line variation. You see, you can squeeze out a little bit of line variation, but then the feed runs dry very quickly. It was not meant to do that. You could do some reverse writing. Oh, that's very scratchy and extremely annoying. Like nails on a chalkboard. In any case, there you have it. Thanks a lot for sending me this pen. I did very much enjoy trying it out. It has some nice things going for it. Guys, I hope this was a useful review, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.